Welcome back, children. Now we shall see the function of lymphoid organs. Now we all will know what is lymphoid organ, what are the types of lymphoid organs, primary and secondary. Now we'll see what is the role of this lymphoid organ. So we know what is primary lymphoid organs, bone marrow and thymus, okay? And actually these two, it will provide a micro environment for the development and maturation of T lymphocytes. There only we can see the maturation of T lymphocytes will be. And we know bone marrow, it's a main lymphoid organ. Okay, it is a very important main lymphoid organ where all blood cells including lymphocytes are produced. So in bone marrow only all the cells including lymphocytes are produced. So bone marrow only will tell that is main lymphoid organ. And thymus is a lobed organ, can be seen near to your heart region and below your beneath your breastbone. Okay, and also it will be larger when you are in born condition. When you are going little bit matured and till the puberty stage, it will be in their shape. Okay, in their shape. Afterwards, it started to reduce in size. Okay, and it will become very small size. Okay, so till 13 the thymus will be more active because children they won't be in a proper they can't able to follow proper sanitation hygiene and they'll be exposed with a more kind of disease. So till that your body will develop T cells in their thymus region, and afterwards we can see your body will be having more amount of T cells in their cells. So it will help to fight with their antigen. And come to the secondary lymphoid organ, spleen. Okay, and what is the shape? The shape of the spleen is bean shaped. Okay, and it contains lymphocytes and phagocytes. Okay, lymphocytes will and phagocytes both also will fight with the antigen. Is that clear? And what it will do actually? Normally the blood used to carry the lymphocytes, okay, from the thymus region or from the bone marrow to the spleen region. And while coming, okay, now the spleen is having more amount of T lymphocytes, okay, T lymphocytes. And what will happen in the spleen region? It will act as a filter of the blood. No, normally the blood and also the lymph will have more amount of microorganisms because when we expose to the environment, more microorganisms will be enter, and sometime after digestion also some microorganisms will enter into your body. So whatever the condition, now blood also will have more amount of microorganisms. So filtering of the microorganisms can be done in the spleen only. Okay, and once it has filtered, now blood is free from microorganisms. So the antigens was filtered out from the blood and it will fight with the, now the antibodies can be produced in the spleen. That is the, not antibodies, cell mediated immunity can be seen in the spleen. So T lymphocytes will be there. So very simple phagocytosis. Okay, then they will engulf the antigen. So fighting with the antigen with the cell mediated immunity, and it leads to killing of antigen. So the spleen act as a filtering of blood, thereby all antigens will be filtered. So the antigen was killed by the cell mediated immunity which is present in the spleen system, because spleen system will have a T lymphocytes in it. Okay, now it was received T lymphocytes from the spleen. Is that clear? And spleen also has a large reservoir of erythrocytes that we have learned in 11th standard. RBCs can be produced in the, can be seen, more RBCs can be seen in the spleen region. Okay, next come to the lymph nodes. So what we have learned, bone marrow, thymus and spleen. Next come to lymph nodes. Lymph nodes is also a secondary lymphoid organ only. It is a small solid structure and it is located at different points. Okay, as we have learned, it is in the shoulder region, near to the knee region. And what is the purpose? The purpose is to filter the microorganisms, and or antigens. And automatically the immune system will work on that, okay, which enters lymph and tissue fluid and activates lymphocytes, causing immune responses. We know lymphocytes will be present in the lymph fluid. So the lymph nodes where filtration of your antigen and microorganism will be there. So automatically reactions between antigen and antibody will be seen in the regions. Next, come to the lymphoid tissues. So now we have learned spleen, okay, secondary I am telling, spleen, and second one lymph nodes, and come to the remaining parts. Lymphoid tissues. What do you mean by lymphoid tissues? For example, in some of the organs, the mucous membrane will have a lymphoid tissues to fight against with the antigen. For example, pathway like respiratory pathway, digestive pathway, and urogenital tracts, where and all we can able to see the mucous membrane in the pathway. In all those three pathway, we can see the presence of this lymphoid tissues, which will help to fight with the antigen, okay. And here we'll use the term MALT, MALT, that is very, very important. What is MALT, children? MALT means mucosal associated lymphoid tissues. What is MALT? Mucosal associated lymphoid tissues. Where can be seen? It can be seen in respiratory, digestive, and urogenital tracts. Is that clear? And nearly 50% of the lymphoid tissues can be seen in these regions, because these is only all exposed areas, no? So in these regions only we can able to see the lymphoid tissue. Is that clear? So what we have learned? We have learned the functions of lymphoid organs of bone marrow, thymus, spleen, lymph nodes, and lymphoid tissues can be seen in the respiratory, digestive, and urogenital tracts. Apart from that, what we have learned? We have learned Peyer's patches in the small intestine, tonsils, okay. This and all, it is a secondary lymphoid organ. It is all meant to fight against with the antigen to give a very good resistant power against antigen, and this is very, very important for our immune system. So that's all about the immune system of the body. So next video, as one video I will send for AIDS. Is that clear, children? Thank you.